Hi, welcome to Keto Yoga's daily yoga practice. My name's Jess and today we'll be doing 20 minutes of general yoga. So a prop that you might consider for today's practice is a strap. If you haven't got a strap, you can use a belt or anything long. So it's just to help with tight shoulders and tight hamstrings. So to get started, let's come to sit in a simple seated cross legs. If you can go a little further than cross legs, if your hips are a little bit more open, you might be able to come into a half lotus or a full lotus pose. So any of those postures are fine. Let's close the eyes down. Bring the backs of the hands to the backs of the knees. Thumb and forefinger come together to create a mudra. Slightly tilt the head. Chest is nice and bright. Taking a couple of nice, deep, cleansing, centering breaths as we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. With every exhalation, feel a sense of release. Feel a sense of ease and relaxation. Relax the belly. Beautiful, let's open our eyes. Bring the hands down beside the body. Inhale, bring the hands up towards the ceiling, let the palms touch. Nice and mindful as the palms touch. Exhale, hands come down through the center of the body. 2 more of these, flowing with your breath. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, hands to chest center. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So we're just going to open up through the shoulders. Bring the right arm across the body. Gently press the left hand against the right arm. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Same posture on the other side. Bring the left arm across the body. Gently press the right hand against the left arm. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Bring the arms down beside the body. Give them a shake. Right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Let the hand draw down the back. Left hand comes on top of the right elbow. Gently press into the elbow. So feeling a beautiful stretch. So if you're quite tight through the shoulders, just stay here. But if you can go a little bit further, come with me. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see me. Bring the left hand up the back. And we're either just going to rest the left hand on the spine, or you might be able to hold on to fingertips. We also have the option to use our strap here, or your belt. So holding the strap in the right hand, left hand holds onto the strap, and as the shoulders open up, we walk the hands towards each other and eventually holding onto fingertips. So wherever we are, just gazing upwards, take a couple of nice deep breaths, draw the elbows towards each other. Excellent. Exhale, release, coming into the same posture on the other side. Left hand draws up towards the ceiling, let it draw down the back. Right hand on top of the left elbow, gently press into the elbow. Stay there if that's enough for you, or if you can go further, right hand comes up the back. Resting that right hand on the spine, holding onto fingertips or holding onto our strap. Draw the elbows towards each other and just looking up. We can close the eyes down. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands, give them a shake. So we'll just bring the legs out in front. Bending into the right leg, bring the right foot in towards the right hip. So we want about a hand's width distance between the bent leg and the extended leg. Gently draw the left toes back towards you. We're going to take an inhale. And as we exhale, just gently folding forward over the left leg. So I want you to stay here if that's enough. Or if you can go further, we're going to come into a bind. We're going to use this bind through a couple of the postures throughout today's practice. So this is a really good place to start. So to come into your bind, we're just going to extend this right arm out in front of the bent right leg. And we're going to turn the palm of the right hand up towards the ceiling. Let that hand draw around the back, and it's going to rest on the right hip. We're going to bring the left hand around the back. I'll just spin around so that you can see me. Either rest that left hand on the left hip, or we might be able to hold onto the fingertips of the left hand, or come into a full bind by holding onto the left wrist with the right hand. We can also use our strap in this posture, so you can hold the strap in the right hand and then grab onto it with the left hand. Again, walking the hands towards each other as the shoulders start to open up. So once we've found a nice comfortable spot in our bind, wherever we're at, let the head come down towards the knee or towards the shin. Close the eyes down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. releasing through the shoulders. We're also releasing through the hips and the hamstrings. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale as we come up to center. So just coming into a nice twist while we're here. Holding onto that right ankle, bring it over towards the left hip. Take an inhale, grounding down with the sit bones. As we exhale, twist to the right. So the outside of the left arm is coming onto the outside of that right leg. Left hand is on the ground behind us for support. Inhale, extend through the spine. As we exhale, gently twist to look back over that right shoulder. We can use the gentle pressure of that left arm against the right leg to help us twist a little bit further. Feeling a beautiful release through the muscles of the back. Keeping the spine nice and healthy and flexible. And as we inhale, let's come back to center. Extend the right leg out, and we'll come into the same postures on the other side. So bend into the left leg, bring that left foot in towards the left hip. Remember, a hand's width distance between the extended right leg and the bent left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward over that right leg. For some people, this forward fold is enough, so just stay there if that's enough. Or if you can go further, come into your bind. So left arm comes out in front of the bent left leg. Palm of the left hand comes up towards the ceiling, and we're going to let that left hand draw around the back. Right hand comes around to either rest on the right hip, hold onto your strap, or holding onto fingertips, or grab onto the right wrist with the left hand. So wherever we're at, exhale, let the head come down towards the knee or towards the shin. Take a couple of nice deep full breaths here. Consciously relaxing through the shoulders. Breathing into any areas of the body where we're feeling tension or tightness. Take a nice inhale, release the bind, and coming back up to center. Holding onto that left ankle, bring it over towards the right hip, and we'll come into our twist. Take an inhale here, exhale, twist to the left. Outside of the right arm is coming to the outside of the left leg. Left hand is on the ground behind us for support. Inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale, gently twist to the left. Feel that beautiful stretch. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Beautiful, and inhale as we come back to center. Just bring the legs out in front, give them a little shake. Bring the legs over to the left, and we'll come up into our downward facing dog. So we'll just walk the feet here to release through the hamstrings. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Take an inhale, come up onto the tiptoes, and as we exhale, start to release the heels down towards the earth. As always, it does not matter whether or not the heels actually come onto the earth. Take an inhale, looking up in between the hands. Step or lightly jump into your half standing forward fold. So feet come up towards the hands. Extend through the spine. Fingertips are either on the earth or on the shins. Let the sit bones draw towards the back of the room. Let the crown of the head draw towards the front of the room. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale, let's fold down into our standing forward fold. You can bend the knees here if the hamstrings are tight. Bring the hands down onto the earth. Let the crown of the head, the top of the head, shift towards the ground. Relax through the neck. Relax the shoulders. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths here. If you can, close the eyes down. And we're going to take an inhale, slowly rise, bring the hands out to the sides. Nice deep breath in through the nose, let the palms touch. Option to slightly back bend here. And as we exhale, bring the hands down through the center of the body. Inhaling once more, bring the hands all the way up, let the palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, come back down into our standing forward fold. Crown of the head draws towards the earth. Inhale, half standing forward fold. And as we exhale, let's ground down with the hands and step back into our plank pose. So from here, we're going to come into our side plank. So we're just going to roll onto the outside of the right foot, right hand's on the earth. Bring the left hand onto the left hip. Now this left foot can rest on top of the right foot, or if we need a little bit of support, just pop the sole of the left foot onto the earth, behind the right leg. So quite a challenging posture, taking your option here. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can drop that right hip towards the earth, inhale, bring it back up. So a little bit of core strength. When you're ready, bring the left hand down. We'll come into the same posture on the other side. I'll just turn around so that you can see me. Rolling out onto the outside of the left foot. Right foot rests on top of the left, right hand's on the hip. We can bring that right foot behind the left leg if we want to. So taking your option. And if you want to, you can drop that left hip for a moment towards the earth and then inhale to bring it back up. Beautiful, bring the right hand down onto the earth, coming back into our plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, keep the elbows in close to body, lower right down onto the earth. Bring the tops of the feet onto the earth as we come into our baby cobra. So keep the elbows bent, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale here, press the toes into the earth. We're going to take an inhale, just look back over that right shoulder. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, look back over the left shoulder. Exhale, coming back to center. Tuck the toes under at the back, inhale up, downward facing dog. So when you're ready, we're going to walk the feet into the middle of the mat. Bring the feet hips width apart and we'll set up for our Malasana. I'll just spin around so that you can see me. So when you're ready, bend into the knees, drop the pelvis down towards the earth. So option to leave the hands on the ground here for support, or if we can go a little bit further, bring the hands into prayer at chest center. Elbows are on the insides of the knees. If we've got the balance, close the eyes down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Letting the hips release. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's open the eyes. So bring the fingertips down onto the earth. So we're going to come into a bind that's similar to the one that we came into at the start of our practice. So just walk that right hand out a little bit. We're bringing the outside of the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Now for some people that's enough, so if that's enough for you, stay here, or else you're going to come with me and come into a bind. When you're ready, bring the palm of the hand up towards the ceiling, let that right hand draw around the back and it's resting on the right hip. And then we bring the left hand around to come into our bind. So the left hand comes around the back, either resting on the left hip, holding onto fingertips, or coming into our full bind by holding onto that left wrist. So we're gazing up towards the ceiling, just past the left shoulder. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Beautiful, let's inhale and come back to center. Coming into the same posture on the other side, outside of the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Left fingertips are on the earth just past that left foot. And when you're ready, left palm of the hand comes up towards the ceiling, let the hand draw around the back. Right hand comes around, either just resting on the right hip or maybe coming into a bind by holding onto the right wrist with the left hand. So we're gazing up past the right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, let's inhale as we come back to center. So from here, let's extend the left leg out. So we're coming up onto the heel of the left leg. Now we've got two options with this right foot. We can come up onto the ball of the right foot, or you can bring the right heel down onto the earth. So whichever's more comfortable for you. See if we can draw the toes of the left foot back in towards the body, so we're dorsiflexing that left foot. So option to stay here, balancing on the hands, or if you can, coming into your bind. So bring the outside of the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Right fingertips are on the earth, option to stay here. Or if you can go further, palm of the hand up towards the ceiling, let it draw around the back. Let the left hand come around if we've got the balance, quite challenging. We might be resting it on the left hip or coming into a full bind. Gazing past the left shoulder, nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, inhale as you come back to center, pop the hands onto the earth and come into the same posture on the other side. So just lift the hips, bring the weight over towards the left foot. Right toes dorsiflex as they draw back in towards the body. Either staying down on the left heel or coming up onto the ball of the left foot. Hands can stay on the earth or we can come into our bind. So when you're ready, outside of the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Coming up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Stay there if that's enough, or if you can, come into your bind. Bring the left hand behind the back. If it's available to you and you've got the balance, bring the right hand around, holding onto the right wrist if we can, and gazing up past the right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Very challenging balance posture. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down onto the earth, bring the hips up, and we'll come into a wide leg forward fold. So leave the palms of the hands on the earth. Inhale, extend through the spine, and as we exhale, bend into the elbows, bring the crown of the head down towards the earth. If you can, walk the hands back towards the feet. Take a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths here. Take an inhale, bring the hands to the hips, and we're just going to come halfway up. Exhale here. When you're ready, holding onto the big toes with the peace fingers. Take an inhale, extend through the spine, and as we exhale, bring the elbows out to the sides, bring the crown of the head down towards the earth. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the head up. Just coming halfway up, pop the hands onto the earth. Exhale here. And when you're ready, heel toe the feet into hips width apart. Bend into the knees, come to sit down on your mat. Bring the legs out wide, and we'll just come into a nice wide leg seated forward fold before we finish. So bring the legs out wide. We want them nice and comfortable, so don't bring them out too far. See if we can keep the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands down onto the earth in front. So this can be quite an intense stretch for some people. So if you just want to stay on the palms of the hands, please do so. If you can come a little bit further, you might be able to come down onto the forearms. You may even be able to come all the way down onto the hands. So wherever we are, take a couple of nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, let's come up to center. So just coming into a twist from here, bring the left hand onto the right shin, right hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, and as we exhale, gently fold down over that right leg. You may even be able to get the head down towards the knee or towards the shin. If you can't and you're all the way up off the leg, don't worry, that's fine. If you can fold all the way down, then do so. Inhale to come up. Exhale, let's come to center. When you're ready, right hand to the left shin, left hand to the outside. Inhale. Exhale, just folding down over that left leg to wherever's comfortable for you. Consciously relaxing through any areas of the body where we're holding on to tension or tightness. And inhale as we come up. Beautiful. Bring the legs together slowly and give them a shake. Bring the soles of the feet onto the earth, knees are bent, just holding onto the backs of the legs. We'll take an inhale. And as we exhale, roll the spine down along the earth and we'll come to lay down. Bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a hug. Bring the arms out to a T, inhale. And as we exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Beautiful, coming into a nice supine twist. So we want to gaze towards the right hand. See if we can get that right shoulder blade back on the earth. We might need to shuffle a little bit. You can close the eyes down here. When you're ready, inhale, bring the knees back to chest center. Exhale as we bring them over to the right. Gazing towards the left hand. Shuffle to get that left shoulder blade back on the earth. Close the eyes down. Inhale, knees come back to chest center. Bring the soles of the feet together. And when you're ready, let the feet come down towards the earth. We'll just come into our reclined butterfly before we come into our Shavasana. Pop one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Eyes are closed down. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips. Relaxing the eyebrows. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes. Relaxing deeply through the shoulders. listening to the sound of the breath as we take an inhale through the nose. Feel the chest and belly rise. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's come into our Shavasana from here. So just bring the legs out long. Bring the hands down beside the hips. Backs of the hands are on the earth. Palms of the hands are facing towards the ceiling. Let the fingers curl towards the heart. Feet drop out to the sides. So just spending a couple of moments here. Just flood the entire body with conscious awareness. Feeling the breath as it enters the body. Feel the chest expand. Feel the side waist expand. And as we exhale, feel a sense of letting go, a sense of deep relaxation. Relax the jaw. Relax the skin of the forehead. Take an inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest. Give them a gentle hug. And just rolling over onto the side. Press into the earth and coming to sit in our simple seated crossed legs. Bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer at the chest center, eyes are closed down gently. Thank yourself for practicing today. Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing today. For more yoga and meditation practices, jump onto our website, theketoyoga.com. And if you're on Instagram and Facebook, make sure you follow us on there. We do daily yoga and meditation inspiration on there. So hope to see you there. Happy practicing. Namaste.